Welcome to an episode of Unmuted Soul Ties and Growth, where we are going to be diving deeper into a phase that women always say, I don't need a man. I'm your host, Alyssa, and I do have my guest,
Jakira.
I, Shakira. So tell me, what does I don't need a man mean to you?
I just feel like it's almost women empowerment. It's almost being who you are before have been in a relationship or before having a baby or before getting married. Being who you are, being successful. You don't need a man to live, breathe, eat, none of that. Just really be yourself and be the true person who you are first.
Understandable. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely understand that. To my audience, and to my men out there that really thinks that we mean that we don't need a man, it's not that we don't need a man. It's basically I feel like it's a trauma response different relationships from different situationships as well. You know what I'm saying? So by us being so hurt so many times,
Yeah.
women say, I don't need a man. We know we want a man,
Mm-hmm.
but needing a man, we put that says and we put that emphasis in there because it's like it's a trauma response. Like as in myself,
Yeah.
I remember plenty of times that I had a trauma response. I kept on saying, I don't need a man. In actuality, I know we need men for all changes. We need men for tire changes.
Yeah.
So yay, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like that's definitely something that I agree for real because it's just women get tired. Like women don't want to women get so traumatized to the point where they don't want to do it no more. Like it's just men could put women through a lot of shit. And even, I've seen my mother go through it. I've seen my grandmother go through it. Like sometimes it could be a cycle over and over again. I just really wish that, what's going on with come down to dating, misogynistic and it's you just want to be so judgmental. I just feel like when it comes down to women just feeling like they don't really need a man no more, is because that men are still stuck in their ways. And we the new generation, which I'm my daddy's daughter. I'm my daddy's daughter. We could do this. We could do this. And some men cannot handle that. Some men cannot meet their match with some women. Like I feel like with a nonchalant man, I ain't gonna lie. I as a woman, we are very soft. We're very emotional. I could get real nonchalant, and I'm actually an only girl of all boys. I grew up with all boys. I have a sister, but I grew up in a household with all boys.
Right.
So some stuff that are very feminine, like I have a little masculinity in me, and just growing up I could get nonchalant. And like with some men just be like, you just too nonchalant, you mean and then they like throw that she crazy. Like
Crazy. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
they don't know.
We crazy,
Mhm.
but they come back.
Yes,
They
yes,
come back.
yes.
It's a revolving circle. They come back.
I
That's the crazy part.
I think it's a lot of unhealed traumas that men got going on themselves. Maybe mommy issues, maybe from the past relationship. But I just feel like some men, they go through what they go through too with some women. Because don't get me wrong, there's some fucked up women out here. Like that, some weird.
Absolutely. I am not putting this all on men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why this is not going to be a biased podcast.
Right,
Not
right.
like, men go through things too. It's men mental health and also with
Yes.
mental health as well.
Yes.
Like today's generation is not like our grandparents' generation.
That part. That part.
Yes, my grandparents been married for 54 years.
My was married too.
Okay, okay. That part. And we want that type of love,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, we know we're not gonna get that. It's a possibility,
Hmm.
but we know that we're not gonna get that because today's generation is like situationships. It's like
Yes.
fucking sucking.
Hookup culture is bad.
It's hookup. And the hookups is even much worse than the marriages.
Because now we have like Summer Walker. She's willingly to be a side chick, like that's being comfortable. I mean, it was like that back in the day, but some people be ashamed of that. They out in the open, some people are really just not giving a fuck no more. But like coming from a family that I actually came from a married, my mom, my dad was actually married. I come from a married home. See, some people you could tell that didn't come from a married home and did. I mean, I would say people grew up a different way, and it depends on the people. But it's just like the way some women are allowing things, that's what makes these men all fucked up with it. Like they allow, oh well, my last, just because the last chick you had gonna allow it don't mean I'm gonna allow that shit. And I wasn't raised like that. My mom and my grandma didn't play that shit with me. So why would I want to play that shit with you? So it's also based off where you was raised. It's based off who raised you and stuff, like how it that brings a lot to it. And people don't really think of that in childhood, because childhood brings a lot when you come down trauma response. Say if I grew up and I'm watching domestic violence, they think that shit cool. Especially this younger generation. Me working in education system, I'm seeing a lot of angry young people, and seen a lot of men and young men who are willing to hurt these women. And that's another thing that makes women don't want to date or say, I can't do this no more. We're scared. Emotionally and physically.
Right. Cause Lord knows I be scared. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we say we don't need a man because like I say, it's a trauma response, but also it's a shield of protection.
Yes, yes.
By us protecting our emotions and by us protecting ourselves, it makes us feel better when we say that. So I feel like that's the reason why I'm gonna say probably 85% of women say that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say all women say that because I can't speak on
Yeah.
women, but I'm gonna say 85% of women say that, and they not gonna say why they don't say that. But I done really had a talk with God, and all it's the discern spirit. I discern spirits all the time, and I had to really sit there and think to myself, like, okay, I really, I had this situation where I say, I don't need a man. I don't need a
Right.
man. I don't need a man.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, I sat there and I was like, why did I say I don't need a man? And I thought to myself, I said, hearing these stories, these, different stories for women and putting two to two,
It makes you
yep,
scared.
it make you scared. And it's like, this man did this man did that. And I'm not saying women don't do anything, but
Right.
we're
Right.
talking about why we say we don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
So with that all being said and done, I put two and two together. Me and other women, we say that when we tell our stories, and we say that because for the simple fact it's a shield of protection.
Yep. Yep. Men will put you through a lot. And then I'm not saying women don't do it to a lot of men as well, but it's like, bruh, the trauma that some women experience, they don't want to do this shit no more. Like I think what Cardi B had said something in her little interview. She was just like, why you always have that one auntie? Well, honey, I think I might be that one auntie, because I'm gonna say this, as a 27-year-old single with no kids, sometimes I feel pressured, but I love my peace and I like my freedom. And I hate, and this is my biggest pet peeve, and I hate when people do this. Oh, you're beautiful. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's all about, really, I've seen a lot of beautiful people, but they just their spirit, just their personality. Like, a lot of people are not genuine anymore. That's another thing. There's no genuine people in this world. It's always gimme, gimme, gimme. Is always, I owe you this. It shouldn't even be like that. Are you a real genuine person? Are you even a good person for me to date? You can't even find that no more.
Nowadays, like, okay, I'm gonna bring up Key Carroll. Like he's saying, women are the new niggas, this niggas are the new bitches.
Oh my goodness. It's like
That's how
it's everything is so ass backwards. And then I feel like some men are getting that, but they can't accept it. Like, we are not with your aunties. We not with your mamas. We not none of that. Like, we could be rootless like our fucking paws and uncles and grandpas as well. Like, and it's just like it's that misogynistic shit. Like, a woman can't do the same thing a man could do. But if you really think about it, and if you really look on the news, look on the news.
For real, you ain't gonna lie. Like, I want us all to understand each other.
Yeah.
I don't want us to put each other down and stuff.
Mm.
Far as in, oh well, she say she don't need a man, so the hell with it. Like, you know.
I think it's just social media is all propaganda. Like, it's all of, what 50-50, what he got to do all this, he got to, and she got to have all this. it's not
Money
it's a delusion to if you really it's a money thing. And I just feel like people are stuck in this delusion, like, they live in first off, people live in fake lives on social media. Not everybody is, not the same as who they was in person. So people have this weird ass ego or just this a fucking entitlement to tell, oh, you why you dealing with, or especially with men. Men will also say, damn, she fat gang. She not that cute gang. So who gives a fuck? That's your bitch. Okay. Why you worry about what the next nigga worry about?
I mean, I don't give a damn about what a nigga got in their pockets. If you treat me right, be respectful and stuff, I don't give a fuck what you got in your pockets. You can go work at a damn church house for all day. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's women with their own money, and it goes both ways. Either men could be intimidated by it, or it's just men could see that, especially the bums. I'm just saying, bums, watch out. We getting you. I don't like bums. Just to let you know. So if you are seeing a beautiful, good woman that's doing her own thing, and you a bum, stay away from her. Okay, no bums over here. But like I said, there are some men that are intimidated by women, and there are some men that see that as a sugar mama, dollar signs, because they are bums.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Girl, you gonna piss me off.
Express yourself. I love it. For real. I am gonna have a second guest that come on here and let's put some. It's gonna be a man. And another guest we have is
No.
all right now. So how do you feel about a woman saying they don't need a man?
I mean, it's all according to how you look at the situation. What's your mindset? How you view that woman's opinion far as how she feel about men. I mean, it's all subjective to me. So I mean, it's all according to your outlook and mindset. Honestly. So
So you don't feel no type of way because I've seen a lot of men saying that, oh hey, they feel some type of way when a woman says that they don't need a man. They feel like, but for real though, they feel less of a man basically. So how do you feel like if your woman say, hey, I don't need a man?
I mean, from my perspective, I feel like that's just a woman being in a phase. All women have phases where they be like, "Oh, I don't need a man. I don't need this. I don't need that." Till you actually need things done that only a man can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
No, for real. No,
yeah.
you got that right. You got that right. See what's crazy? So I'm glad you even said that because the first part you had said, it sounded like you kind of understand why some women say that. Or is it like it can be earlier what I said about to Kiara. I was telling her that hey, basically it's a trauma response, so it sounds like you kind of understand where we coming from at times. And and that's a good thing because some men don't understand where we come from, like the hurt, the anger, and
Right.
every situationship or relationship that we had, etc. With each other. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. Why do you think some men come back?
Come back far as what? Like if they leave a relationship, then double back.
So I'm gonna speak on a situationship. I ain't gonna speak on relationship. I'm gonna speak on situationship. So basically,
Conveniently, then you coming back for because it's convenient.
so what if they
Nothing else. He's coming back for convenience. That's it.
Mm.
If it's a
That's real.
situationship, if it was something serious, he would have took it further. Y'all wouldn't be in a situationship. So he's only coming back for convenience.
Correct. So what about the ones that you never had that you never had sex with? Like, what about them? Like, why do they come back? Cause
You in love with the thrill of the chase. You want to chase.
you
You
want
the
the
thrill
chase,
about
but you don't want a relationship with this person.
I mean, is that subjective? It's all about mindset and according to that particular person and how they see situations with females. So for me personally, like I'm on a different level in my life to where it's like I gotta be attracted to you mentally to even much have a real conversation with you. Like, saying, even much consider myself messing with you for real. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So,
So you gotta be connected emotionally.
yes, it has to be a different spiritual connection. It can't just be no, oh, you fine, and that's it.
Right.
What else could you offer? How else could we feed off each other to help each other grow in a positive manner?
Right.
It's like,
Right. Absolutely. And that's what you're supposed to do. You have to be a team. Cause and then nowadays, especially around this time of the day, you have to be a team. Time's hard nowadays. You need two people.
and see, that's why most people get misconstrued to that because it's a partnership. And most people don't get the concept of relationships or partnerships. So if we're not trying to build, we're wasting each other's time, which is priceless. It's
Right.
not a dollar amount that could buy me that.
That part. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got that to waste. I wouldn't even feel like I'm valuing myself if I'm wasting your time because in the midst of that, I'm wasting my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. In the harp on what you said earlier about women feeling like they don't need men, most men just wear the title. They don't have the actions of a man. They just talk about it and like their actions don't reflect men things. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man traits.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
I understand it from a female's perspective for her to feel like that because most of these so-called men are boys masquerading as them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh.
They cosplaying for real.
Oh. Okay, yay. Okay. I get that. Definitely, definitely. So, how do you feel about today's generation with dating? How do you feel about that?
It's terrible because they all got a negative mindset. I mean, think about the music and the shit that they consuming.
Right.
Like, if you listen to the average boss song, is they pussy like
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I know.
they whole connection to a relationship is sexual.
Right.
They don't even get the concept of having a mental connection with somebody because everything is just so out there, physical, all in your face, nasty, this and you know what I'm saying? Friendly, that's like that. That's all the type of things that these kids are consuming. So that's what they think relationships about. We need to fuck. That's it.
Yeah, we need the fuck and then we
Buy you something and fuck.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I mean,
basically, that's what it is. These kids are here to know us fast. And we leading by example. They only getting what we putting out to them.
right.
And it's us as adults, we have to hold ourselves accountable to get them something to look up to. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. And
Establish, if we set a good foundation, all our kids could do is exceed that. So if we set it high, they can only exceed what we set it.
right.
Exactly. So
Right.
what's up?
And just to piggyback off what you say, I really feel like, you know, our generation is fucked up too. Not just only the generation after us, our generation is fucked up too. Like
What's
for
up?
real, for real. From men being married and all this kind of stuff like that, and just so it's like just to go back on I don't need a man. It's like, why we need a man if y'all continue to cheat? And that's another question I want to ask. What's the reason that you think you guys cheat?
Uh, I mean,
I'm sorry to put you in the spotlight. It's not
that
gonna
is reasons though, because it's like, all right, most of the time, most men, black men come from broken homes. They never saw a good man loving their mama. So who's the example to show them how to be a good man if most of the fathers ain't present? It's only mom at home. Who's there to show you how to be a man? Who's there to show you how to treat a woman?
Mm-hmm.
You probably seeing 3, 4 niggas coming in and out. You know what I'm saying? Mama got a boyfriend here 6 months later. It's a new nigga. Since that,
Yeah.
you ain't seeing no real men. So how you learning how to treat women and how to actually be a man?
Right.
We got so much trauma that we don't understand and realize and had a information to unpack these emotions and this trauma that we dealing with from our parents and
Yeah.
absent fathers and getting physically and verbally abused by mom because she frustrated because she gotta bear all the all the burden on her back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that come with a lot. And most men don't have that foundation to really know how to be a man for real.
Right. And let me ask you this because I heard of this saying, and I'm not saying that it's true, but I just thought that it was funny. It was one of my partners told me all men cheat. I don't know if that's a how I can put it. I don't know if that's just a saying or is that really true? Eventually.
That's not true. It's a phase. Just like women have phases, men have phases where they fucking with hoes. That's their thing. That's all they on. But once you start to believe in something outside of yourself, like spirituality, and you get a different sense of self and value, you start to move different. You start to understand the power of having intercourse with somebody. That's a spiritual exchange. So you start to look at things much different. See what I'm saying? But it's only until you reach that state as a man to where you able to stop cheating. Like I think it's physically impossible or mentally impossible for a man not to cheat if he don't value God over everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's impossible.
Yup. It really
You
you
have to
gotta keep
believe
going
in
at
something
everything.
bigger than yourself that to sustain that control over self,
Right.
the flesh. So
Right. Yeah, you have to keep going at everything because if you don't, then everything is really gonna crumble for real, for real.
yeah, it's built on a shaky foundation.
Right. Yeah.
It's built on a facade. It ain't even a foundation. Once the devil give you something, it's a facade. It's a mirage. It's seeming like something, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't shit. It's
Yeah.
it's coming off as gold, but really it ain't.
Yeah.
It don't hold the weight of a plastic to it.
Right, right. Yeah, and I always used to ask myself, what jackass just really just crumbled this whole generation, and we just don't know how to stay in a relationship, don't know how to be faithful, none of that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just like, who? But then again, just like my other guest said, it's social media.
Yeah, that play a hell of the social media is the devil because it celebrates your faults and your flaws, but it'll ignore your accomplishments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a ball of negativity, honestly, like social media. But it's all predicated to how you use it. It's motherfuckers that get on that and make bread, but it's other motherfuckers that get on that just consume mess.
Right. Hell
All
yeah.
into the foolishness. Commenting ain't making a dollar.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But it's all according to how you utilize your tools and your
Right.
resources. So
Right, right, right.
it could be a value. You just it's mindset. So
Yeah, hell yeah. So I want to ask before we close out, what advice do you have for the men and well, I ain't gonna say women, but what advice do you have for the men that's out there for our generation?
God moved mountains and it's real. He's alive. He's unbelievable. Like I promise you, like if you could give him a moment of your time and really tap in and talk to him, you don't have to be all biblically correct, all that stupid ass shit. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? Just be you and have a conversation with him. He's going once he transform your heart, you're gonna be unstoppable with him.
Yeah.
Like nothing ain't gonna
Like
be able to
if
fuck with you.
healing, if they have to heal themselves.
And yes, and that's gonna allow you to heal from all the past traumas in your life. You know what I'm saying? Once you touch your heart, it's renewed.
Right. Because then you're going to know how to treat a woman and know where she's
Yeah,
coming from.
of course, like you gonna have a different level of understanding at that point. You know what I'm saying? You see things a lot clearer. So for the most part, most men we harp on negativity and we see positivity as something foggy or something flawed. Like it's not cool.
Hmm.
But once you obtain the spirit of God, man, life is amazing. You appreciate the smallest things.
Hmm. Oh, and that's some good advice for men, you know. For the women, I'm gonna say this. I know we say we don't need a man, but let's change that mindset.
We need each other. Stop
We need
wanting-
each other.
we definitely need each other. We want this to work. It's gonna take camaraderie and community.
Yeah.
So you know, so
Yep.
we all need each other. We gotta lose them negative ass mindset
Mine.
and stigmas. Like we got to. If
Yes.
go somewhere for our future, for the betterment of black people and our community and our kids, we have to change our mindsets and our way of thinking, gang. And we can only do that through God, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, for real, for real. Yeah. So let's all, I hope and pray, we all one of these days, all of us just, change or somebody can change our generation. I'm not saying it's gonna happen today. I'm not
It start with self.
right.
Once you get in the mirror in the morning, that's where the change start at. Start with you. Then you
Right.
go outward to the family, your kids, your girl, whoever, your mama. Start treating them better. And then
Right.
extend that to the neighbor, then community. It's a
Yes.
process. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And you're right. You're right. It's a process. So we us women, we want a man, but like I said, let's normalize on stop saying we don't need a man. We need each other. Okay. We need each other. I ain't gonna lie, I am very guilty of saying that. Because I've been through a lot of hurt and trauma. But as I have grown and as I had healed, yeah, I stopped saying that. So, um, yeah, I really, really like that advice for everybody. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And
So pleasure, y'all.
yeah, for real, for real. So, yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys for tuning in. And we will have another episode of Unmuted Soul Ties and Growth.
Let's skip it.